Welcome to the 704 Charlotte Bound Show, man. I'm your host, Twan. Don in the building, man, on a Tuesday morning. How's everybody feeling out there today, man? How's life going? How's life treating you? I hope it's treating you incredible, man. You know what I'm saying? And thank God everybody's living and breathing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to take too much of you guys' time this morning. You know what I'm saying? Only going to do about a 30-minute show. But, the title of the show today, man, is the new NFL. And, subtitled, The Owners Have Lost Their Effing Minds, man. As you guys well may know, over a cumulative time, the rules have been changing with the NFL. And just a lot of things have been changing, from the horse collar tackle. You can't hit vulnerable players. The way you have to lay down quarterbacks on a pillow now, can't really hit these guys. The no helmet to helmet hits. You can't put your helmet in a guy's chest. And I'm speaking to all the guys, man, that played football during the era where all that occurred. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's called football. The reason why it's a gladiator sport. You know what I'm saying? And this is why people hit like that. And, you wear helmets. You wear pads, you wear knee pads, you wear butt pads, you wear thigh pads, a helmet, shoulder pads to completely cover your entire body, man, for the strenuous toll that's about to take place on your body, man. Everybody knows when you're playing football, football is a It's like a, depending on how you get hit, it's a every play. And as time goes by, you know what I'm saying, with social media and things getting a little younger and owners been flat out greedy, because this is what we're going to talk about today. It really boils down to greed. They're going to try to mask it to you as we're trying to keep players healthy, but that's not the case at all. I'm going to prove to you how that is not the case at all. These owners, man, it's all about money. It's all about them not having to pay people more money to bring newer people in. They're trying to slow things down in terms of how they hand the money out with the new TV deals coming. You know, all these NFL owners are billionaires. You got to understand, man. They're all in the business of making money. They make billions of dollars even if their teams don't win. So, I mean, we're going to get the best example of that because who's our owner? We know who our owner is. Our owner is David Tepper. And he is displayed to you, and he's displayed to Carolina Panthers fans on so many levels, how it's all about money with him. You know what I'm saying? From the 2-5 season that we've had. I mean, we've been going downhill since this man has been the owner. You know what I'm saying? But his pocketbook, his purse, his money, his accounts have all been going up. He's been making buckets and buckets and buckets of money. He's already made $2 billion off the Carolina Panthers already alone. You know what I'm saying? Since being here. So, you know, none of these owners are hurting. They're all sitting down trying to figure out ways to make more money. It has nothing to do with how safe the game is. They don't care about these players' safety, only in the sense that if they feel they're going to spend a lot of money on a player and they like, oh man, if he gets hurt, then if he signed a fully guaranteed contract, then they have to pay him, which is what you do anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're trying to cut that down on. That's why you see so many, like we're all fed up with the quarterback rules and how you can hit a quarterback. And I mean, he's playing the game, right? Because the rule used to be that, you know, if your quarterback got sacked, you know what I'm saying, he got hit as hard as he could get hit because the offensive line failed him. Now the NFL is trying to say, even when the offensive line fails you, that the defense still has to pump their brakes and manage the way that they hit you and lay you down. This is not football. Am I preaching to you this morning? Absolutely. This is not football. That's not football. You know what I'm saying? So let's go over the new rules that they did. The new rules is the hip check rule where you can't tackle a guy around his hip and pull him down to the ground. Okay, so let's say you got a guy that picks up a fumble, defensive lineman. He's like 340 and you're 186 pounds, right? So in the process of you trying to tackle this man, how are you going to pull this man down without putting all your weight to try to drag this man down? Because you're clearly not going to tackle him straight up. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody put any thought into that. You know, if a 187-pound guy can bring a 300 and something pound guy down and he winds up injured, the 300-pound guy, then that says more about the lighter guy. You know what I'm saying? As long as the only thing I don't believe in with the hip tackle is that when you stick that leg out there, you know what I'm saying, to cut somebody off like the hit that Jordan Travis took in college football playing with Florida State when he took that hit and fell to the ground, you know, when the guy grabbed him by the hip, but he also cut off his leg at the same time, so he couldn't step anywhere, and therefore his leg had no place and nowhere to go. That's the difference. That's the difference in that. So, how fed up are you guys with this, man? I mean, look, I'm talking to the grown-ups this morning, like, that have to understand that, listen, NFL, they don't have the fans in mind when they do anything. They don't care about what we think. It's all about them making money. It's just like a group of people who says, I know what's best for y'all, So y'all be quiet. We're not gonna listen to y'all, and we're gonna give y'all what we want y'all to have. You know what I'm saying? Football is not even the way it was played 20 years ago now, man. So, this new waist tackle rule is stupid because that's how a lot of people tackle. So now, okay, so look, why is it crazy? Because listen, one, they're telling you can't put your helmet in somebody's chest, and they're telling you where you can aim your helmet, right? Then they're telling you that, essentially, like, you can't go helmet to knees or anything like that. Although guys try to do that all the time, you know what I'm saying, to get whoever the guy's running the ball to fall down or just go down, because he knows the opposite of that is his knees. So, if anything, you would have think they'd try to change the law or rule saying you can't take your helmet to guys' knees in any way. That's the rule they didn't change. You know what I'm saying? So then they tell you you can't go helmet to helmet. Why are we wearing helmets if we can't go helmet to helmet? They said the law of concussions. In the game of football, you get concussions. And let me tell you guys something right now. I don't care what sport you play. If it's a physical sport, you can get a concussion. You can get a concussion. It doesn't matter what sport you play. They want their superstars out there on the field no matter what. And they don't want them getting hit because they want to get their money's worth when they put somebody out there. Now, in layman's terms, that makes total sense. But at the same time, when you start changing the rules for only star players, we got to protect these guys and the other guys, not so much, then you're setting the precedence. And then that's only going to make guys want to hit guys even harder and play even more dirty. It's getting ridiculous, man. Then the news breaks this morning that now the kicker, now the NFL is taking the blueprint from the XFL. Now the NFL is supposed to be the leading organization of football, but now they're taking rules and standards from the XFL on the kickoff now. So now the way you're used to seeing the kickoff is no longer going to be the kickoff. Like where the guy sets up, the kicker runs up to the ball, the entire line, everybody on special teams runs with him, and then they go full flash speed up the field while the team waiting to receive the ball is waiting. And they say that this play causes some of the most injuries and the most concussions in the game. Let me tell you why this is a whole lie, man. 3 out of every kicks is not even returned anyway. Every 3 times a kicker kicks the ball on the kickoff, he boots it out of the back of the end zone, or they kneel in the end zone anyway. They're trying to pretend and trying to make you think that every time that ball is kicked, somebody's running out full speed and then people just collide. So on the few times that someone actually brings the ball out of the end zone, why do you think you have 10 guys blocking for you and the team who has their other 10 guys coming at those guys? Because I don't care how fast you going, man. If you can't get by somebody, you can't get by somebody. The thing is, maybe special teams need to get more strategic on how they kick off and how we gonna set up and go in places or whatever. That's not football, man. So now they want to move the ball. Move the 10 guys on the kickoff team up 10 yards apart from the team receiving the ball. With the guy who's going to be receiving the ball back in the end zone, and let them be 10 yards apart. Now look, it's 20 guys that's going to be 10 yards apart. And when that ball is kicked, then they're going to meet 10 yards apart, doing a lot of blocking, hitting, chop blocking, going low, because they're only 10 yards apart. And you think this is going to cause less injuries? With 20 dudes all in the same area hitting each other? You think this is going to cause less injuries? Now, they did say that they're only going to do this on a temporary trial. They're going to do it this year to see how it works out. And then if the players don't like it, then maybe they'll change it back next year. But I don't bank on that because the NFL does what it wants to do, man. It's just like they're trying to take the entertainment out of the game, and all they want to do is see more points. They want to see more scoring. They're trying to take defense out of the game. They are trying to take defense out of football. They just want you to see people score all the time. They want college basketball scores up on the screen, bro. Because they think it's more exciting for the fans to watch people score. And then depending on what generation you're in, you know what I'm saying, it kind of tips that way, you know. But like the grinders, we love defense. We love to see a man get popped. We love to see a guy get roughed up. We love to go, ooh. We love to see punt blocks, interceptions, ran back pick sixes and things like that or whatever. We love to see defense. This is what you train for. This is what you practice for. This is what you watch film for. And now the owners are saying none of that matters. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, man, if you look up these NFL owners, you'll see that 94% of the owners have never played football a day in their life. A day in their life. And let me go ahead and tell you something else, bro. And this is no shot. This is no shot to women. This is no shot to women. I don't want anybody coming back saying Twan hating on women or whatever. That it's not that at all. But you'll see where I'm coming from when I say this. Did you guys know that 35 to 40% of ownership in the NFL are women? They're women. You got 35 to 40% of people, of women that own football teams, that are making decisions about a sport that they've never played, that they don't know how to play and they don't know how it works. So who gives you the green light to say this is going to be better for football when you don't even know the ins and outs of it? It's getting ridiculous. These owners, you can sit these owners down, and I'm talking male and female now, and you can run through a battery of questions about football. I'm talking about simple questions about football and plays and defensive plays and what does a non-route mean and whatever. And if they can't answer these questions about football, then they should not be getting together making any rules about football. How can you make up rules about something you don't even truly understand? And shout out to all the women out there that watch football, you know what I'm saying, that loves offense, that loves defense, that knows exactly what they're looking at, that know the game, because men don't own sports, that know the game. And I ask y'all, if you were an owner and you knew nothing about the game, would you feel right, male or female, making rules about something that you don't even fully understand yourself? What does it look like Nicole Tepper out here saying, yeah, such and such and such, or whatever, and Nicole Tepper don't even know what a non-route is? She don't know what a wheel route is. You ask her what a chop block is. And some of these dudes don't either. A lot of these people, man, have inherited these teams from their rich daddies, from their rich great-grandfathers, from their rich great-grandfathers. Never bother to learn the game because all they know is about the money that it brings to them and their families. And now, What used to be one of the most prolific games you could play in, which was the Pro Bowl, is really now a flag football. It's a flag football game. Literally. You know, we always used to joke and say it was going to go to that. But now it literally is a flag football game. The NFL Pro Bowl. And if y'all think that in 15 to 20 years, that's not the direction that this game is going into, because of the minds of the owners that we have that don't know the sport, all they know is the money that they make from it. And somebody sits down to them and talks to them about analytics and says, if you take this out and blah, 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 and you do this, you should be able to see this. And the numbers tells us that, you know, like you'll make more money because you'll have to spend less money with dealing with these type of things. Now, it won't be traditional football when we do all of this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of people are going to hate it, but you stand to make a lot of money. And, you know, when you make these changes, the owner's going to immediately say, yes, make those changes. Make the changes. I mean, how many of y'all are getting sick and tired of this? Sick and tired of it. This game is going to be flag football at some point. And do you know what comes after flag football? And again, please don't take this the wrong way. And this is just the way that the world is going right now. Because it's flag football or whatever, or it's going to be light hitting, somebody's going to say, look, we might as well just go ahead and let women start playing too, man. Like, now there's no reason to keep women out of the NFL. Not a female league, but women and men will be able to play together. Because there's no hitting anymore. That's not football. Flag football is not football. Flag football is somebody who wears a jersey, some shorts, a flag around their waist, and some cleats, living out their dreams of trying to play football because something didn't allow them to do it before. It's not football. Shout out to my brother Ray Pabon, man. Ray has gifted 1704 Charlotte Bound Show membership. You better go into YouTube right now and claim that membership. It's there for you to go over there and get. First one gets it, it's yours. Ray has gifted one membership for the Charlotte Bound Show. Go run over there and get it. It's yours if you're not a member already of the show. Shout out to Ray for that. Let me go ahead and read some of the comments of the people in the chat before I open it up, man. Before I open it up, I'm tired of this, man. Claire said overpaid players playing glorified physical flag football. Exactly. But see, this is the thing though, man. The players don't even like playing like this. But they don't have no choice. The only people that benefit from playing the game the way they play now is these suckers who never like contact. These suckers that never like contact and a bunch of these crybaby quarterbacks. They love it. They love it. Because they don't have to worry about getting hurt and I can still get my $80 million a year. They love it. I said the new version of NFL is loading right now. It's out there downloading right now. Stop the Limlack in the building. National Flag Football League. Chad said everybody gonna still watch it though. No, they not. Man, people stopped watching the NFL. We started watching the NFL when they did what they did to Kaepernick. A lot of people stopped watching the NFL for that whole year. Trust me, when you start toying with something and taking away what people are used to something when it's in its pure form and trying to water it down to something that you can't stand, I guarantee you men will definitely walk away. I ain't trying to see that. Tim Messi said hit the like button on the way in. Michigan's in the building says, so glad my meeting ended early. Twine got opinions. Yeah, man. Elizabeth Lassiter said, what's good, fam? What's up there, Elizabeth Lassiter? Trying to find, people talking about what's going on here, man. Teflon Twine, flag football. That's what it is, man. Flag football. Elizabeth Lassiter, she says, it's getting there, my dear. She says, I bet in 2040 it will be a physical flag football, no field goals except 2 points, 2-point attempts, and go for it on fourth down only. 19 games, 1 preseason game. It's getting to that point. It's getting to that point. And then the fact that it's sitting here saying, listen, it's gonna that we're only doing a test run with that this year, and then we'll probably change it next year. That's a lie. Because if it mattered, it's gonna see. They said we're gonna see what the players think about it, and then if they don't like it, we'll change it back or whatever. That's a lie. Because you would have asked the players before you even implemented that rule if you cared about what they thought. You would have asked them before you did it. And some people make their living off special teams. Let me bring Ray Pabon up in here, man. Ray, what's good, man? I'm lit, bro. I'm upset this morning, bro.
Yogi.
Yeah.
Shit, but yeah, real quick, just because I was attempting to do just like a little trial run of it, and I just did one. Obviously, I guess at the moment I was the only one signed up. So what you guys want to do is, I think it's like the 3 lines or the 3 dots, something like that, on the right side of your screen. You want to enable that you can receive gifts on YouTube in the sense of like gift memberships and shit like that. I'll be honest, like obviously I watched the Pat McAfee show here and there. I had that enabled. I actually was gifted a 1 month membership at 1.2. So that's the only way you can get it. So you got to enable it on YouTube. So obviously a couple minutes ago when I tried to gift one, it gifted it to me because I guess apparently I was the only one signed up in the chat at the time. But it looks like Kristen Ledane, if I'm sorry if I'm saying that correctly. She signed up and boom. So I gifted another one just to see if it would work, and she got it. So now she's got a free month.
Yeah, she good people, bro. She good people.
So yeah. So now obviously it went to a good one. So Kristen, I appreciate the support. Obviously it's just a little gift from us. I'll just poke in and do that every once in a while. That's basically gonna just, any money I get through this show or whatever, any couple extra I'm gonna gladly throw it right back in here. So whether that's giving a 1 month free membership to somebody, once a show or once a week, this, that, and the third, so be it. Anything to help the show and get y'all more involved. So Kristen, congratulations, 1 month free membership for you.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Shout out to Kristen. Hey, look, so man, look, how you feeling about the new rule changes, bro? Along with all the other rules that have been changed over the last 10 years.
I was gonna say, we could go on and on about these. There's been a lot of
every year. It's something coming every year.
That's what I mean. There's been a lot of head scratching, things over the years. To which, and somebody said it earlier, the whole NFFL thing. And I'm like, I was literally thinking of that myself as I was driving because I didn't get to look at the chat too much, but I was obviously listening on the way to the gym, and it was just the first thought I had. I was like, this is gonna be the NFFL by the time we die. Like, shit. This is there, and again, as I played a lot of offense. I played a lot of guard, but like my favorite position, what I played was defensive end. I played it in semi-pro. Like it was my favorite thing. Like I'm a defensive guy at heart. So it's just I'm gonna have the defensive side of the ball mentality. It's just like they are making it so damn difficult to be a defender at this day and age. Like when it comes to football, like they are taking the gladiator
Trying to take defense out of the
mentality.
game, bro.
That's what I'm saying. They're taking the gladiator, like I'm gonna fuck you up mentality out of the game. The Ray Lewis's, the Brian Urlachers, the Ed Reeds, the Troy Palomalus, the Mike Mitchells. Again, a Panther, and he was a Steeler. Doesn't get much love, but again, a guy where it's just like he struck fear into you. Like we don't have defenders like that too much anymore because offensive players know, like it's almost like that annoying kid on the playground. It's just like you're not gonna touch me because you're not allowed to hit me. So ha ha ha. Like that's what it's turning into. You know what I'm saying? Like all jokes aside, but that's essentially what this is turning into. Like offensive players aren't scared to go over the middle anymore because they're like, you can't fucking touch me, bitch. So I'm gonna go over this middle. I'm gonna throw my body out there because guess what? You can't touch me. Like that's what I'm starting to have a problem with now. Like there used to be a legitimate fear of receivers going over the middle because Ray Lewis was probably going to end your career or at least end your day. Now it's just not like that anymore. It's just they're taking the and I'm gonna sound lame for a second, but they're taking that swagger out of the game, like the intimidation, the gladiator, mentality of this game. Shit that I don't know about y'all, but that shit I loved as a kid. Like being a little kid, like I loved watching some of these dudes out there.
I wanted to hit somebody.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what made me want to play defense more than anything. Of course, like when you're young, like you want to be out there touching the ball. You want to be the quarterback, the running back, the receiver. But like as you got more into football and you would watch these games on Sundays, I don't know about y'all. I don't know, everyone's different, but like me, I gravitated towards the Ray Lewis's and the Ed Reeds. Granted, they were Hurricanes. Shout out Miami. But you get my point. Like that mentality of defense now in 2024. I mean, you gotta lay the blanket down, you gotta lay the bed down, the pillow, and then you just gotta very gently lay that quarterback down on the floor. Whereas, like back in the day, shit, you could be running full speed from behind in this dude and just break the dude's neck, and it was completely fine. I mean, I remember watching Joe Theismann get destroyed, no flag. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Like it's just, and now you gotta. So actually, f all that. I want to get to this hip drop shit. You realize that's always been a part of the game. It's just I see what they're doing. So just like with the kickoff, they're trying to avoid high speed collisions. With this, they're trying to stop those lower body injuries. Last time I checked, like injuries are part of the game. Like they just are. It's just part of the game.
Wait,
take care.
This is question, right? So why do they wear pads?
That's what I'm saying. This is why we wrap. This is why we wrap up.
Going to collide.
That's what I'm saying. This is why we wrap up. Like me personally, I wore spats. Like I wore, tape around my fingers so I wouldn't be bending up on my fingers. Ever since I dislocated my right pinky way back in the day, I've always taped up my pinkies or taped up my fingers and shit like that on top of my gloves. I still wore the girdle, which a lot of y'all probably don't even know what that is because a lot of players in the NFL don't wear that shit because it's like a fashion statement. I wasn't there to like, don't get me wrong. I still tried to, typical prime. You look good, you play good. But like I was also trying to protect my hips, my back, my knees. I wore my knee pads. I wore my thigh pads. I wore my girdle. So I had pads on my hips and fucking my backbone, my lower back. You know what I'm saying? Like these players go out there now and they're just wearing shorts, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like they have no pads. So it's at some point you got to take care of yourself too. Like this is again, I stress this is my opinion as also like, and I'm gonna say, haha, former player. Like it's on you. If you want to go out there with just some small ass shoulder pads on and a helmet and that's it, don't get mad when you twist the ankle or you bust a knee or you like protect yourself first. That's a whole other right. So that's a whole other side of conversation. Like just protect yourself. But with that being said, like when it comes to this hip drop tackle shit, like it's always been a part of the game. It's just there's been an uptick of injuries from that tackle. So now all of a sudden it's this, we got to be reactive. Like we got to do something about this. And it's just like I think of. You brought up concussions and shit. And I just think to myself, like, I don't know, a lot of y'all, really mess with the Jets. I don't. I'm just a football fanatic. Y'all realize Wayne Krebet, a receiver, number 80, little dude, was constantly getting concussions when I was a kid. This was always in the news. Wayne Krebet, concussion. Great receiver, great possession receiver, little slot receiver, all that. Kept getting concussions and they kept letting this dude play. And it wasn't until way after the fact that all of a sudden we want to be reactive. And it's like, I guess side note, it's like I almost want to look at that situation and maybe that is the reason we're so quick to be reactive right now. Like, oh shit, couple injuries from this hip drop tackle, let's outlaw it. You know, it's I guess I'm trying to say two things at once now. It's just like we're so quick to be reactive to these things and like want to make big changes too quick, not learning or like from the past at all either. Like, and we're really like drastically changing this game that we all love and at one point fell in love with. Like, I know I'm kind of in both. I'm in like two different things right now. I'm gonna sum it all up with this: is like they're ruining the fucking NFL, bro. Like I just that's just where I'm at this point, and I think that's why my brain is so scattered right now. It's just like they're literally ruining the NFL right in front of our eyes. Like I just turned 36 yesterday, so like I can't stress this enough. This is not the football of old, like at all. Like if you're my age or if you're roughly my age and you remember being little and watching football at like your uncle's house on like and it's Thanksgiving and you're like, you know, you're 5, 6, 7 years old and you're at Thanksgiving and watching football and you're just if you compare the two, it's just it's almost two different sports at this point, Twan.
Let me
Like
interject.
it's what's happening? What's happening? Go ahead.
So everything Ray just said was absolutely correct. So look, let me tell you guys something about concussions. Let me tell you, if you're constantly getting concussions in a sport, then let me go and tell you something right now. That means you are not protecting yourself correctly. That's why you keep running into the same problem. It's something that you're not doing where you're constantly you're not protecting yourself the right way. If you're constantly getting concussions over and over and over and over, even at the end of the day, man, the great our great linebacker that had to eventually Kuechly that had to eventually quit the game. They had to put a band around his neck because they were trying to figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But I truly believe at the end of the day that he was getting concussions because of the punishment that he was dishing out. You know what I'm saying? And you can't really tell football players how to dial it back. You know what I'm saying? When you're used to hitting a certain way, you know. But Ray, let me ask you this question, Ray. If somebody on your team, you're playing defense, right? And the running back fumbles the ball, right? And let's say some 400-pound lineman picks the ball up. How you gonna get him down, Ray?
Now after this morning, I'm not too sure.
How you gonna get him down?
So I mean, I'm gonna make the joke first before I like. No, that's serious. That's serious. I'm gonna answer in a tongue-in-cheek way first, and then I'm gonna give it my best like honest opinion like answer after. So the tongue-in-cheek answer is like I don't know. You got to start playing dirty now. I don't know if we're gonna start kicking people in the dick, punch them in the throat, karate chop shit. I don't know. Purposely pull them down by their hair. I don't know. But
it's gonna cause people to play more dirty.
I know that's why I said that. That's why I said that, yeah. Because you're talking earlier about how shit's gonna get dirty then. Because like I agree, as a defensive player, like you keep stacking the box against me of how I can operate and how I can. Eventually, I'm gonna find a way to really fuck your ass up on defense. Like, oh, so because I can't horse collar attack you. I can't do this, that, and the third. Guess what? You just threw a pick and you're looking right at me. I'm running full speed. Damn straight, I'm lowering my shoulder and I'm fucking your ass up. Like it might not be a clean, technically thing, but I mean it's within the rules now, right? So that's a whole other thing. Side note, I remember growing up watching quarterbacks get fucking killed after throwing a pick and not be looking. That was just part of the game. Now, if a quarterback throws a pick, if they just stand there and don't move, you are not allowed to touch them. That is a rule that was passed that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't even think about, but that is a rule now. If you have a quarterback that just threw an interception and he does not, quote unquote, make a football move, as in he just stands there and gives himself up, you are not allowed to touch him, or is it a penalty? It is a penalty. Whereas back then, quarterbacks kept
boxing.
Protect yourselves at all times. Bingo. And I used to box too, and that's one of the first things that always go through my head with any sport, any contact, anything. Always protect yourself. Head on a swivel, my guy. So anyway, quarterbacks back then would have their head on a swivel because they were waiting for a D-tackle or a linebacker to pinpoint them and fuck them up on the return. Nowadays, a quarterback can throw a pick and just stand there and be safe. So it's going back to what I'm irritated about with when I see news today as a defender at heart is just like, yeah, what do you want players to do anymore? So the honest answer, or like my best answer to your question, Twan, obviously outside of the jokes, is I mean, hey, this is going to have to preach more team ball and things like that nature. Like it's
This
going
is
to
the
take
thing, though, man.
no, look, real quick, because this is your answer. It's going to take 290-pound guys trying to tackle a 370 dude to get him down now, because obviously it's like a physics thing, I guess is what the word I'll use. It's like if you're going to latch on to a 350 pounder, you're 200. Damn straight, you're going to want to drop your weight to the ground to gravity to try to pull that bigger person down. Now that you don't have that option, I feel as though you have to go low still, go for the ankles and wrap up ankles and stop their lower extremities from being able to move. But again, I'm going to expect a 350-pound man to kick through your little noodle arms while you try to do so. Does that make sense?
Now you're putting even more on these referees. Another thing they got to look out for.
You're nicer than me. You're putting more bullshit on these defenders, Twan.
No, I'm talking, but now you got to put more on the referees, because now they got to guess, and we already know that they don't always get it right. And now they got to be subjective to how they think you got tackled. And one thing we know about NFL referees, they ain't taking nothing back usually. When they call something, it ain't getting reversed.
You know what's funny? You say this, and you say that, and you also a few moments ago said shit about the XFL and why is the NFL taking shit from the XFL? You know what? If the NFL is going to take anything from the XFL, and Twan, you and I were having a side conversation about this a long time ago. If you're going to take something from somewhere else, take the way you look at fucking replays and shit like that from the XFL. Exactly. They had a dude at every game in every stadium that strictly did that. Fuck going to New York. They had somebody that was completely neutral, sitting basically in front of a TV and an Xbox controller and watching the plays. And as they were breaking down the fucking review, they were speaking straight to the referee and be like, listen, this is what's going on. This is what happens. I'm going to rewind, play. They're literally talking through the review process with the referee and or referees, and then they make an intelligent call and they time it. See what I'm saying? So, like, if you're going to take something from the XFL, take something that's worthwhile. Like, that's worthwhile. As many fucked up calls as we've had, you could fix that just right there. Plain and simple.
Yeah, this is why they think the game is rigged, man. Edge is on the show right now, man. You know, what's up, Edge? But this is why a lot of people think the game is rigged. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the NFL don't make changes that need to happen. They make changes that they know are going to be controversial. You know, like you just said with the whole they're looking at the replay or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how many times the referee gets it wrong. You should be able to challenge it and view it to make sure he got it right.
Right.
But that goes again. But see, if you see something, the owners are like this. If you see something and they're winning and it's going to cause them to lose, then they don't want to use that.
Listen, let me say this before Ed goes, because maybe even Ed could chime in on this too. I mean, I'll make this very clear. I was never a big wrestling guy, but you know, of course, as a kid, I saw it here and there, this, that, and the third. I played the games on like Sega, whatever. Twan, Edge, I don't know if you guys were big wrestling guys or not, or whatever, or just understood it enough.
I stopped it when I thought it was big.
Right. So bingo, Twan, stay right there. So this is where I'm at, and this is where I'm going to drop the mic and walk away so Edge can have his intro. I'm starting to feel as though I'm watching it at 36. I'm now a kid again, and I am watching the WWE, something that's not even a thing anymore. Obviously, it's WCW. I'm sorry. You know, all the old shit where it was just like, what was it? What was that, Twan? It was an entertainment business.
Yep.
At the end of the day, it was for entertainment. At the end of the day, this wrestling was not what? It wasn't real. It was what? It was that's what I'm saying. These matches, you know, Twan, these matches, you know, you could call a match a game, right? These matches were rigged. They were scripted. They were
choreography. And
bingo. They were choreographed. They were, you know, set up to go a certain way. I don't know if you guys are catching my drift here or not, but you know, the last time I checked, they did consider the NFL an entertainment business. That's all I have to say.
They're going to start deciding who wins games and how, just like in wrestling,
and
who's going to be the Intercontinental Champion.
Bingo. Twan, also, you know what I'm going to add to that?
To the highest bidder.
Bingo. And you know what else I'll add to that? Is as they add in all of this betting and gambling, it's going to be very interesting to see where the NFL takes us. Like It's crazy to think
Well,
of
that's
what all
why
is going on.
nobody bets on. In case people were understanding,
Oh,
that's
I
why
stopped.
nobody
I
bets on
stopped
the
years
WWF
ago.
because you're not gonna bet on something that's arranged.
Yeah, I stopped years ago. I'll do bets with like people like you, whatever, like for fun. But in my mind, you'll never catch me using a betting app or going to a casino or blah blah. Nope, 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 nope.
I don't know about that. I'm gonna do
Nah,
something.
I'm good. I've never been a gambler like that. And then just the more and more I look at it, it's just like this shit is never set up for us to win, Swan. It's just not. Just here we are again. We're looking. I'm gonna end it at this because I keep saying I'm gonna let Edge go. We're looking at another fucking setup, y'all. We're looking at another setup.
Yes, I already know it's coming. It's the people that don't know that don't see it's coming. Look, I want to say something before Edge goes. Shout out to Ismakis. He said, I look forward to the day. And I spoke about this once. I think I was over on Black Cat Panther podcast, and they didn't see what I was saying about this. He said, I look forward to the day that the majority of black players leave the NFL. It's coming because they're watering the game down and the fans can't enjoy it. They're not going to be spending money on this product. I told them, because I already know that they're trying to start it right now in the Middle East in Dubai. Somebody is going to see this and going to go, I'm going to start another type of NFL, bro. If you don't remember, if you got to go back to your dad or whatever, before the NBA, it was the ABA. And both leagues existed at the same time. Even today, it was the PGA, and if you know golf, and it was the LIV. They both existed. When guys got choices and they no longer have to deal with this bull crap, with American football, you know what I'm saying? And then these guys over in Dubai are talking about paying these guys a lot more money. And then running backs are like, look, we ain't getting paid straps over here. I'm gonna try this league out over here. I'm trying to tell you, bro, because a league like that over there, what they trying to do is they're gonna try to give the people what they want. Because these people make trillions of dollars. It ain't about the money for them. Somebody needs to start threatening the NFL to start a new league, bro. And I guarantee you, if a guy gonna get paid more money in that new league, he gonna leave. If you don't think so, did you see what just happened in golf?
I was gonna
When all
say,
them
honestly,
dudes,
there's
all
that
them dudes
one, and
left
then
to go play in that Middle East league, the LIV.
right. So I'm not trying to be a smartass when I say this. So people closer to Twan's age and shit, not so much me because I was super duper young. They'll remember the USFL and shit
Yeah.
like that. And again, me just being a hurricane, I'll remember the Buffalo Bills, Jim Kelly going to the USFL shortly because he was like, fuck the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Like back even with the NFL, there was a point. But there was also when you brought up the NFL and the NBA and all that shit when it was who was it, like the Nets, the fucking the Spurs and all that were part of the what? I guess it would have been the ABA then, I guess, ain't?
Yep.
So you know what I mean? Like it's just maybe that's what's needed. There's all these athletes with a lot of money. Maybe it
I
would
mean,
take a
even with wrestling, you had the WC, but you had the
Oh yeah.
WWF,
Well, that's what I
WC,
mean. I brought that up too because
and
I was
then you
thinking
had
like, wait,
people
did I
was
fuck that
like,
up?
I
No, I guess
watched
there
that.
were. There were
It's
two
like I
different
watched
wrestling federations. Yeah, see,
the NFL has no competition. This is why they can make all these
that's
stupid
what I'm saying.
erratic
It's
rules.
monopolized. Maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe the XFL, or I'm sorry, it's the USFL. Or I'm sorry, no, what is it now? The UFL. I'm sorry. Maybe the UFL needs to become a legitimate threat. I don't know. The XFL and the USFL just merged,
Gotta
so
be
now it's the U.
somebody super rich that starts that
Well,
league.
I mean, hey, The Rock and his business partner, and then whoever owned the other league. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. They all just came together. Maybe that's what it's going to take. And
I'm
maybe
gonna
in
tell you
the
how it can happen, though. I'm gonna tell you how it can happen. Look, they didn't start
players,
making billionaires when they
players,
had the 32 billionaires in NFL. They could
players.
just get 32 more billionaires together and start their own league.
Yep. Not only that, I think what they need to do is exactly what I would do in this situation if I was on the other side. Obviously, like you need to, and I'm gonna use the word poach, but I don't mean it to be like that. But I mean that's what it is. Call a spade a spade. Start poaching players.
There you go.
Big name players are at the end of their contract. Hey Brian, I can't help but notice you're in a contract dispute. I'll give you what you want over here. And
Bro,
you'd
look,
literally you'd be the face of the fucking league. Fuck being the
brother,
face of a team. You'd be the face of a league.
if the NFL doesn't value the running back here, and they started that league up in the Middle East, right? and they say, well, over here you get paid by your production, and so a really really good running back can get paid $20-25 million a year. You think they're gonna stay over here, bro? They out.
It's a business, man. I'm a
It's a
business
business.
man.
Go ahead, Edge. That's the second time we try
Yeah,
to let
so
you in.
so my thing is this with this whole hip drop tackle thing. Okay, yeah, the hip drop tackle's been in for years. They've always been doing that and everything. But you got to think about, you got to look at it like this: out of all the 20% more injuries that are out there, bro,
Man.
five people were hurt. The two biggest names that were hurt on this, were legitly hurt, was freaking Mark Andrews,
more over that, bro.
the Baltimore Ravens tight end, and Tony Pollard. Everybody else was just guys you have heard of or you just forgot about. Those are the two biggest names
Shout out to Charles.
that got hurt.
Yep.
All right. Yes, it did happen to Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, but you know what? He was limp. He limped, but he still played. He wasn't injured. He was just hurt. There's a difference between injured and hurt. You're injured, you can't move, you can't do nothing. Hurt, you're hurt, you're going through the pain. You're going through the pain, and that's it. Okay, but they said it affected Patrick Mahomes' playoff performance. Motherfucker, Patrick Mahomes still won a Super Bowl. Shut up.
You get hurt every game, man. Look, when you get tackled, you don't feel good.
Every time you put on your pads and you go out there on the field, you're gonna get hurt. Last year's Super Bowl, Greenwell for the 49ers. Second tier freaking linebacker next to Fred Warner. Jumped up and down celebration because his team was doing good. They were about to get the ball. He was about to go back out on the field and injured his Achilles running back onto the field. And that changed the whole sway dynamic for that defense. Nobody remembers that, though. They remember the hip drop, but they don't remember that.
So look,
he was running back on the field and got hurt.
Yeah.
Running back on the field got hurt.
So
nothing happened to him. Nobody touched him. Nobody did nothing. Injuries happen. Freak accident injuries happen all the time.
Right.
And I played defense. Okay, I was a safety, corner, and linebacker. Okay, I gravitated more towards safety, a la Brian Dawkins. Oh God, fucking legend, bro. I gravitated towards that.
I mean, I'm more of an Ed Reed guy myself, but you know,
I used to I just love hitting people. I just love putting my
Sean Taylor.
So let me tell y'all another reason why the NFL is lying to us, right? They said it's about player safety, right? They said it's about player safety. Really? But how many times have players kept saying, we don't want to play on AstroTurf?
Yeah, thank you, Twan. Thank you, Twan.
We only want to play on grass to reduce injuries.
But it's not just that. It's not just that, Twan.
No, hold on. Let me finish. They said we want to. They said we're getting hurt. We're getting hurt more on this AstroTurf. I.e. David Tepper and others like that. We want to play on grass. And these owners refuse to bring grass in and let these guys play on grass. So
because
they're telling you
this
is what we don't like and this is how we're getting hurt. And you won't change that. But something they didn't ask you to change, you're changing that. It's not about the players, bro.
No, it's literally about the money. And what makes the whole thing even worse about this whole thing with the hip drop tackle, like come on, you're gonna have a lot of guys make a lot of business decisions. A la freaking, well, he did make a business decision. He said he was, but it clearly wasn't. He just had zero effort. Deontay Johnson, who is now with us, when he was on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Can he pick it through a pick? Well, Kenny Pickett hand the ball off. The ball got fumbled. The ball got picked up, and Deontay Johnson just stood there and just like, I'm just gonna let this guy run past. Yes, I know he's on our team. I get it. He showed zero effort during that play, and Mike Tomlin got in his ass about it. But he said that he made a business decision to not run into a player. Guess what? You're gonna see a lot of people, a lot of defenders making business decisions on trying to freaking tackle somebody now. Because once somebody does a hip drop tackle in the league now, it's gonna be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
I'm trying to
Shit, not to AAO, not to mention the fucking envelope that'll be in their locker after the game too.
Exactly. Hey, you know who's gonna say? You know who's gonna be saved throughout this whole thing? I mean, wide receivers gonna save more. Running backs are gonna save a lot more because now, they can't hip drop tackle me now. So now they have no choice but to either jump on my back or hit me forward. Man, look, I guarantee you, mark my words on this one. You can timestamp this and everything. Derrick Henry is gonna have a field day with this new rule,
bruh,
because he's already huge and massive and muscular as hell. He's already a big guy. He's already hard to bring down with one straight tackle. A hip drop tackle would have to bring somebody down like that. You can't hit this man head straight up.
That's what it is.
Mark my words.
It's a running back.
Derrick Henry is most likely probably going to lead the league in rushing, mainly because of this rule and everything. Because ain't nobody gonna try to bring him down. They're gonna make business decisions. There'll be a lot more business decision making.
You're looking at this
on the field than people trying to freaking hit somebody.
Ed, you're looking at it the wrong way.
I'm gonna look at it the wrong way.
Ray was on point when we said it. Listen, if I can't take you down the way that I'm trying to take you down, like we just said, then defenders are going to try to take him down a different way that's going to get him hurt.
That's true. That's true.
If I keep putting this helmet in your knee or your knee area.
I was gonna say, think about what you're doing. I think we all competed. We all competed here. I was gonna say we all competed here. So at the end of the day, it's just like you're gonna keep trying to impede my progress as a competitor on defense and this and the third. I'm gonna compete harder and I'm gonna find ways to counteract what you're doing to me. Like, I mean, I feel like that's the point here. Like, notice how this gets banned. Well, you realize maybe in a 2-3 year span, we'll have the next thing that gets banned because, well, this isn't safe either. Like, we all keep making the jokes, but it's just like today is another fact or another just realization that we are headed towards fucking flag football. Like maybe in 2024,
it's already here.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe, but I mean, all jokes aside, though, if we're really going to look at it, maybe in 2024, I'm being too crazy when I say that. But I think in my lifetime for sure, we're probably going to see that. I don't think we're going to see legitimate physical football anymore, which is pathetic. The Pro Bowl
game literally is flag football.
Right. Well, so it's just the way I look at it. It's just man. It just sucks. The original, the OG NFL, it sucks, but it's just I don't know if it's really still left anymore. I don't know if there's any of the OG NFL around anymore. I think that's it. It's just they're killing it. They really are. Obviously I still love football. I love my team and all that shit, but it's just if we're going to talk about just the NFL, obviously I understand this is a predominantly Panthers show. It's just, you're the owners. And again, to Twan's point, some that maybe never even played a fucking down of football in their life. At some point, where's the NFLPA in all this? Actually, fuck anything else I had to say. Let me just focus on that. Where the fuck is the NFLPA with all this right now?
Ray, the NFLPA went with this, Ray. The NFLPA went with it. They was like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
Well, then you know what? They are doing a poor job of representing the players right now. That is. But that's because you know what, and this is the
president of the NFLPA,
right? And this is where my passion turns to anger and shit. Where it's just I think also it's not even just on the players; it's on the people that represent the players. Y'all need to fucking fight harder, and y'all need to fight for the integrity of what this fucking sport at least was. Because what it is now, I don't know. But it's something needs to happen where. And now this is where I feel Twan probably knows where I'm going with this. At some point, the majority, the people who actually legitimately have the fucking power, need to fucking make a decision and stand on something. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. Twan, I think you fucking understand where I'm going with it.
As long as money is involved, This a greedy
And
country, bro. We
I
greedy.
know, I understand, and trust me, it's just like
We're greedy.
I guess because I grew up how I grew up, and just at the end of the day, money just is what the fuck it is. I don't give a
Money will
fuck. I
make
mean,
you.
I
So
can live without it.
money will
It's
make
just
you
at some
sell your
point,
own.
who's gonna do the right thing? Who's gonna be the
That's what I'm
who's gonna
saying.
be the
Listen,
one?
money
Who's
will
gonna be
make
the one?
you sell your own mother out, bro.
That's oh, trust me, I've been there where it's just like, somebody you've known, somebody you could known for years and years and years will just completely just destroy your life without hesitation
It's like,
if
man,
it
what are we
improves
doing,
theirs.
bro? Like this
So
is.
I
It's no
get it.
like the world is teaching us every day to not have any morals, bro.
Yep,
yeah,
and that's
yeah,
it's sad to see.
and also you got to put it. Also, you got to put this like this. Like, whose money is going to get affected by this? The defense. Why? Because players get paid on not production that they've done, but they get paid on production that they're going to bring in the future. Defensive players' money is going to get low. They're going to start dropping, and the offensive money is going to go up, except for the running backs, of course, because nobody values the running backs no more. But defensive players' money is going to get played with more and more and more and more and more and more. It's eventually going to get to the point where defensive players are about to be getting paid like running backs, which is very little. And quarterback, and yes, I get it. The quarterback is the star of the show, the Cinderellas and blah 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 blah, the beauty queens. I get it, and their money's gonna keep going higher and higher and higher. It's gonna get to the point where you're gonna have freaking mediocre quarterbacks like goddamn Sam Darnold, fucking making fucking damn near making freaking half of Patrick Mahomes' money because he can't get hip drop tackle no more. He's gonna have mediocre play, mediocre everything around him, but yeah, he's gonna make half of what Patrick Mahomes is making.
I'm just like Ray said something that's got me stuck,
Come
bro.
on.
Because it's like I had to really, really think about what Ray was saying, and he's right, man. Ray Ray said, you're gonna have players literally in the back of their head. They may not ever verbally say it, but in the back of their head, they're gonna do things that they didn't do before because they're gonna in their heads they're gonna say, "I know you can't hit me that way." Aha.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're gonna have more quarterbacks running because they know you already can't
No.
knock the
I'm
juice out
glad.
of them.
Yo, I'm
But
so glad you brought that one up,
you gotta
Twan.
tackle
Hold
them a
tight.
certain
I'm gonna stop you right there before you keep going because that's a great point. You know why I don't? I don't like that bullshit and the aha moment because you can be a quarterback that runs and you can last second start that slide, but the second you start that slide, they're not allowed to touch you. So they could be
Right.
lunging at you, and if you're fucking a big name guy and you're making that slide, that dude could already be trying. They'll fucking throw that flag. They will. I mean, unless you're Cam Newton, but they'll throw that flag. You see what I'm saying? Like that's another thing I have a fucking problem with. Where, like I said, the passion turns to anger as a defender. Where it's just like they're making it to where you just can't touch these guys no more. Like I'm just basically supposed to let you get that first down because you're what your name is. I got to let you basically score this touchdown instead of trying to fucking take your head off because of what your name is or what position you play. You're the quarterback, or like you know what I'm saying? Like they are making it incredibly difficult on defenders now to defend. Like it's
Hey,
crazy. So like that 200 and I feel like I saw one of the players tweet it. So I'm just supposed to let the 270-pound tight end run
Yeah.
into the end zone. I'm just supposed to let him in. Like I can't. This is from a player. I have to go back on Twitter and maybe send it to Twan and have it on there. But I was just scrolling through and saw it
I
because
remember
it
which one
was.
you're talking about.
You know what? And I'll put it like this before obviously Edge has something to say. I think it was the player that tackled Mark Andrews like that, and Mark Andrews got hurt, and I think it was the player, the defender, posted the video of him tackling him at this morning, and him basically saying, "I was like, oh yeah, so I guess I'm basically just supposed to let the 270-pound tight end score because it was right before the goal line." So like you see him wrap him up and then just drop his body to get a 270-pound fucking tight end running full speed to the fucking ground. Like I guess because I'm a defender, damn straight, I'm gonna defend this quote unquote tackle. It's just a fucking tackle, but we're gonna call it a hip drop tackle and outlaw it because of some injuries lately. Like I'm sorry, let me just cut the shit and say it that way. Like
Yo,
it's fucking sad to see.
Ray, you want to know what you want to know? Was crazy though, because everybody remembers 2008. What happened? What everybody, what happened in freaking not 2008? Was 2007, 2008? It was one of those years. Beginning of the season, Patriots coming off a freaking
Yeah,
Super Bowl
Brady.
win.
Brady. Yeah, they went low on Brady. It was
Went low on Brady. Brady was out for the whole season. What did they immediately do? Right the very next day.
Yeah.
You cannot hit no quarterback low at the legs. So
Well, you know
they
what?
did that.
You
I
know
No,
what's
want
here's
to
the
say
funny?
thing.
that.
Here's the thing.
I want to say that was hold tight though. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, and
Hold on,
again,
Ray,
well,
let me
no, because listen, this shit happened when I can't remember the defender's name. The D
Ray,
tackle for the
let him
Steelers went.
finish
He,
first.
but I'm pretty sure it was
You're
Carson
going
Palmer.
see,
Just to be accurate,
yo, yo,
pretty
you're
accurate.
going right where I was about to go. You're going right where I was about to go.
Yeah, Ray just want to
Two
say it
two
first.
years before that. 2 years. No.
Okay,
But
2
Ray
years
was
before. No,
going.
I just wanted to be clear.
No, you know, Ray, you was right because you're literally were going in the direction
My bad.
where
My
I was
bad.
going. No, but that's good though because you're thinking the same way I'm thinking. That happened to Tom Brady, rule change. That happened to freaking Carson Palmer in a playoff game, Steelers versus Cincinnati, a rivalry game. That's where the true rivalry started. Yo, because of that hit, and I was off of a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hold up.
That happened.
That's
No
what
rule change.
exactly. That
No
changed
rule
everything.
change.
But
Happens to Tom Brady. Rule has
we
to
get
change.
ready. Listen, we about to get ready to get out of here in a few minutes, man. I told you I was going to do a quick show, but look, shout out to Chris and Ladine. It really does sum up to this, man. It's short, sweet. It really does sum up to this. Everything is becoming a flag, bro. Everything, and look, and check this out. When flags come out on a regular basis, you feel me, for nonsense,
the game down.
and what you don't understand is somebody somewhere is trying to control the game.
Yep.
And it slows it down. Because everybody's talking about speed it up. But every time you throw a flag, it slows it down.
So
you guys not realize that?
Listen, you know, I just wanted to vent. I wanted to give my guys a chance to vent. Thanks, Ray, man. Thanks, Edge, for coming on here. Just a little quick midday vent session.
Hell yeah. I've just been sitting out front of the gym doing this. This is great.
I don't want to
I love debate. Hey, Twan, I keep telling you, these are my shows. I love debate. I love if you want to just debate a topic, like just debate it back and forth, opinionated, whatever. Factual. And today, obviously, we have our opinions on all the bullshit that's going on with the NFL right now. Like, obviously, we're going to have opinions and we're going to debate it and shit. Obviously, it sounded like we're all pretty much on the fucking same page here, but go ahead.
Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, man. Tell a friend about our show. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell so you always know when we go live. Hit the like button before you get up out of here today, man. And look, man, you know, as much as we can, we're gonna try to do morning shows, do some night shows or whatever. We're trying to catch up, you know what I'm saying? As much as we can catch Ray. Ray seems to be full-fledged. But you know, Ray gonna give y'all everything he got when he has a chance to. And we got it.
Damn straight.
That works, man.
Right.
If I'm in here, I'm gonna give you everything I got for damn sure.
Everything he got. Ed's gonna give you everything he got, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Shout out my man Edge got a show coming up, a Word Edgewise coming, I think tomorrow or Thursday.
Thursday, 8:30.
8:30. So make sure you guys, set your watches to that, and it'll be up on Twitter and everything. We'll advertise that show. But look, man, this is not your daddy's football no more, man. I don't know what this is. The kids growing up into this now, they think it's normal, but it's not, man. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So that's all I gotta say, man. Look, all I gotta say today, man. Look, man, I love my brother Ray Papone. I love my brother Edge. I love
real quick before you end it.
Look, Puerto Rico guy. Let me finish before
I know sometimes you just like to cut it. I just wanted to touch on the subscription stuff real quick.
I'm gonna let you and Edge talk.
All right, my bad.
On one this morning, bro.
My pre-workout hit me like a motherfucker right now, bro.
She go. Hey, go get the word.
Shout out to Kristen, for becoming a member. Our memberships, I think we got close to almost like 15 people now, man. They're growing, bro. They're growing. Over 2,000 subscribers now, man. Make sure you got people know. Look, like JP Shepard said, he said subscribe, man. We probably get ready to Woj bomb somebody else's show. I'm gonna holler at my guys, man. So we might be somewhere else in about 10 minutes for a little bit. But But keep on the lookout on any breaking news. And check this out, guys. I am going to be looking for, and I'm gonna get with the crew. We're gonna be looking for at least 2 people that can write articles about the team to put up on, because we're gonna have a website coming soon to put articles up on our website, or people that can do shorts for the website. You could be a member, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And if you have to know what you're doing, though. You have to know what you're talking about. We are looking for a male and a female that can report on breaking news with the Panthers and things like that. All you got to do is take your cell phone out, just do a quick video on what you think about the breaking news, what you think about it, boom, 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 and then we'll post it on the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. And, you never know. We might, we will discuss it, though. But we need 2. And look, trust me, you'll be with the family. You'll have all the credentials as everybody else. We just need to keep them coming. You know what I'm saying? And that way you can be a part of us, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we want a male and a female, because men don't own sports, man. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear from the ladies, too, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, Ray, it's all you, bro.
I was going to say, obviously, I'm going to keep it incredibly short and just touch on the main point here. What?
Lies. You're not going to keep it incredibly short.
No, I am. I really am. I just want to focus on one thing. Obviously, I'll focus on one thing. Obviously, real quick, appreciate you, Twan. Obviously, running it live, let me in. I know this was, I know you like to do your own thing here and there, but, let me jump in and add to the conversation. I appreciate it, brother. Obviously, everybody's showing up in the chat. Appreciate it. Obviously, you guys support us, whether we go during the day, at night, whatever. It's love, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate all the birthday wishes yesterday and this morning. Thank you. But yes, with that being said,
my man was eating filthy yesterday.
Oh my God, bro. That's why I was out so early, bro. I had everything I typically don't eat in one day. Like, I got my barbecue, I got my pizza, I got my ice cream, I got it all. But now it's back to normal. You're regularly scheduled programming. But with that being said, let me check the name again. It was Kristen. Yes, congratulations to Kristen getting the free 1-month membership. Everybody, and that's the point I want to make on the way out. I had to do it on my YouTube as well. Make sure you go in there and enable to. It's just a button you have to click. Enable gifts on your profile or on your account, I guess you want to call it, on YouTube, so that when I do these giveaways, you guys can receive them. The very first one I tried to give away, it was given to me because I guess at the time nobody enabled it. Obviously, yes, shout out to Kristen. I guess she either enabled it afterwards or something. She got the next one. I wanted to definitely get a free giveaway out today, so I'll try to do that maybe once a show or once a week, and then we'll go from there. But definitely check out our subscription options and support us in any way you can. And obviously, at the bare minimum, just showing up, hitting that subscribe and hitting that like is support enough. So I appreciate it. I know everybody on the panel appreciates it. And obviously, yes, shout out Nick and AC. Weren't here today, but I know AC was in the chat. So shout out everybody and much love.
Yeah, man. Awesome. Look, and
I was relatively short one.
For you. Hey, listen, if you are looking to do any reporting, like if you got a skill with writing up little small articles or things like that or whatever, please let me know. If you know how to use your cell phone and you know how to report and do shorts, you know what I'm saying, just send it video to me. You got to be a member of the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. I got to know who you are. There's my email right there, twandon37@gmail.com. Hit me up and tell me if you're interested in doing that, and I'll get with you one-on-one so I can go into further detail. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to be coming with more shorts soon. You know what I'm saying? Just to drop jewels on y'all, and we're trying to expand that game, expand our family. It's on you, Edge.
Oh, I want to thank everybody that came on to the quick show real quick. Hey, I really appreciate you letting me on, get my spill on and everything. Hey, quick question. So I know usually when NFL do rule changes and everything, is this gonna be like a 1-season tryout, to see if
They
they
said
gonna
it's
keep it or
just gonna
not.
be a one season try, and they said if the players don't like it, then they'll revisit it. They ain't said they're gonna change it.
They're just gonna
Yeah.
revisit it. Okay.
Well, hey, Edge, check this out.
Just want to make sure on that.
Edge, NFL owners approved moving trade deadline to after week 9 while expanding replay. That was just announced.
Oh, all right. Look, this is 7-4 Charlotte Brown show, man. I'm Edge from a World Edge Watch. Check out my show, 8:30 this Thursday. I'm gonna giving up flowers to a player who I believe he deserves, and I'm gonna give you my reasons why. Check it out, 8:30 this Thursday. I'm out.
Yeah, man. Also got just some quick news just to let y'all know. I know JP gonna love this if he in the chat. So me and my own crew don't even know about this. So me and your boy Bat Daddy is Greg from C3 Panther Podcast. He hit me up about doing a show one-on-one with him, and he wants to do something because it seems like we kind of both on both sides of the world after we did our one-on-one with Twanda versus everybody. So we're trying to put together a little show that we're gonna do like at least twice a month or something that we're gonna give to y'all. They ain't figured out a name for it yet or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's gonna be cool, man. I think the way that we like that we get together, the energy is crisp, you know what I'm saying? And I just got to get with him, and it's coming soon, man. Also, the sophomore roundtable should be coming up, not this weekend, but probably next Saturday. And it's going to be a lot of different people, man. That's between that 1K subscriber and 2K subscriber lane. That's going to be all on the show, man. It's going to be a lot of big names. 2 fans in the stand. Myself, I'll be running it. Panthers Experience. Dougie, Panthers Prime Podcast, Panthers Theory, a lot of joints, You know what I'm saying? So that's it. 704 Charlotte Brown Show. I said what I said. We about to get up out of here, man. We'll holler at y'all later.